You just saw 30 days of social content sitting in a Google Doc. LinkedIn posts, Instagram captions, email newsletter intros, all of it. Written, organized, and ready to schedule. Now, here is what most people assume. That took hours. It did not. The old assumption is that consistent content requires a content team, a large budget, or an entire Saturday afternoon staring at a blank screen. That assumption is costing solo business owners somewhere between 3 and 5 hours every single week, time they could be spending on actual revenue work. According to a 2023 survey by Social Media Examiner, 64% of small business owners say creating consistent content is one of their top 3 marketing challenges. Not strategy, not budget, just showing up. By the end of this video, you are going to have a repeatable system built entirely with free AI tools that turns one idea into a full month of posts, tailored for LinkedIn, Instagram, and your email list. And I have a free prompt pack linked below that gives you everything ready to copy and run. No paid subscriptions, no content agency. Let's get into it. The whole system starts with one piece of content, not 30, one. It could be a blog post you already wrote, a lesson you taught a client last week, a question you keep getting asked on sales calls, an opinion you hold about your industry, anything with substance behind it. That is your seed. Everything else grows from it. Here's why this matters. AI tools do not write well in a vacuum. If you open ChatGPT or Claude and type, "Write me 30 social posts," you are going to get 30 generic posts that sound like every other business in your category. But if you feed the AI your actual thinking, your words, your perspective, your specific example, you get something that actually sounds like you. So step 1 is not opening an AI tool. Step 1 is writing 3 to 5 sentences about the thing you want to talk about this month. What is the main point? What is the example that proves it? What do you want people to do differently after they read it? That brief becomes the foundation of every prompt you run. Now you bring in the AI. The tools that work well for this and that are fully free include Claude, ChatGPT, and Google Gemini. Pick whichever one you already have open. Here is the exact prompt structure that produces usable output. The full version is in the description as a free download, formatted and ready to copy. Notice what that prompt does. It constrains the AI to your source material. It specifies format and length, it names the platforms, and it explicitly blocks the filler language that makes AI content feel hollow. The output you get back should be a structured document with 20 pieces of content. Not all 20 will be perfect. Plan to edit 4 or 5 of them. But the heavy lifting is done. Here is the part no one tells you. The first time you run this, the output will probably be 70% there, not 100%. The AI will occasionally drift into corporate speak or miss the nuance of your specific audience. That is normal. The goal is not to eliminate editing. It is to make editing faster than writing from scratch. Most people find they spend 15 to 20 minutes on edits rather than 3 or 4 hours on creation. That is the actual trade. Before we get into the next part, here is where we are. 1. You start with your own source material, not a blank prompt. 2. You run it through a structured prompt in Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini, and get 20 pieces of draft content back in under 2 minutes. 3. You budget 15 to 20 minutes to edit, not rewrite. That is the system. Now let me show you what separates output worth using from output worth deleting. Let me show you the difference between a prompt that produces usable content and one that wastes your time. Same topic, 2 different approaches. That is the difference. Both took the same amount of time to prompt. One is usable, one is not. The variable is the quality of what you give the AI before you hit run. Here is the thread connecting all of this. The AI is not the system. You are the system. The AI is just the fastest typist you have ever worked with. When you give it real material, your perspective, your examples, your audience, it produces content worth editing. When you give it nothing, it produces content worth deleting. The one action I want you to take today, not all of them, just one. Write those 3 to 5 sentences about the thing you want to talk about this month. That is it. The core message. Keep it in a Google Doc. That is the first step, and it is the step most people skip. Once you have that, the rest of the workflow takes about 20 minutes. The 30-day social media prompt pack is linked below. Free. It has the full expansion prompt from this video, plus variations for different content types. Grab it and you can run this workflow today. If you want to go further, the platform rewrite templates are also linked below. $5. That is the system for taking one piece of content and rewriting it natively for LinkedIn, Instagram, and email so each version actually fits the platform instead of just being a copy-paste. Not required, but if you are serious about showing up consistently, it saves a lot of time. Subscribe so you do not miss it. And if this was useful, share it with one person running their own business. That is how this channel grows.